Hi guys, how you doing? Welcome to my channel again. Just going to bring you a couple of new reviews I have today and a few gloves I've been using over the last few months. So there's a couple of other videos on my channel if you want to check them out. The first gloves I'm actually reviewing are a pair of Seismic Goalkeeper gloves. They're an Irish brand. They're relatively new to the market, maybe a year, maybe more or so, give or take. I'm not exactly sure. But the gloves I have here, they're a negative cut glove. A Seismic Queltic AW is the name of the gloves. Quite a good glove. I was relatively impressed with them. They were €38, so about just under £30, give or take again. For the money, they're quite decent. One thing I will say about them, I'm going to start off, the best point from is the longevity of the glove was sensational. I've never had a pair of gloves hold up so well for the amount of wear they got. Here in Ireland, we've had pretty terrible weather from say November to February, so pretty much everything I've played, bar a few games for my college, have been played on astroturfs. And for my club team, we've been training on a fairly terrible astroturf. And to give you the idea of the PAM, now I've won these in maybe 5 or 6 games and close to 30 training sessions, and you can see there is minimal wear on the palm. I know the fingers there are pretty cut up, but they've been worn so many times. I don't think that can really be a downside of the glove in comparison to other gloves, how they would be. And the back end is the main thing. When we're playing on a real sand-based astroturf, and like even making a fist getting up off the ground, there is no marks whatsoever on this back end. I don't like a tiny bit there. That gives you an indication of how well it's after holding up. So yeah, that's a great point of the glove. If you are looking for a glove to maybe train in all like for a long time, you don't want to keep buying new pairs of gloves every month. These would definitely be a pair of gloves to take a look at. Another thing to note about the gloves is the design. As far as independent brands go, a lot of them are pretty similar at the minute, but this one is really different. It's a Celtic design going up the side of the glove. It's like a tattoo, almost like a Celtic tattoo on the glove. So it really is something different and something you would not see on another glove. So it's very it's unique anyway. And I actually don't know if I love it or hate it, but it it's not a bad feature to have on the gloves. Definitely, it definitely gives them their own identity. Um, Two other things that I really liked on the glove would be, the first thing I would point out is the thumb. Probably doesn't look like much when you're looking at it there, but it's so comfortable to wear. It's a mesh line thumb, so the whole thumb is mesh, and there's a wrap under thumb here and a wrap over thumb here. So the latex from the palm, the quartz latex just rolls over onto the thumb, and it's so comfortable. It reminds me of an old Under Armour glove, the one Paul Robinson kind of used to wear for years. It reminds me of that thumb. It's probably my favorite thumb I've ever had in a glove. I'd say it definitely is, to be honest. And another thing that I really liked on the gloves was, 2 seconds now, not easy when you have the camera in your hand, is this pull tab here, the one on the wrist. I normally find pull tabs a bit gimmicky and they don't actually help a whole lot. Like I don't see this one here doing much, or like the ruche pull tab that comes from here to here. I find they put an awful lot of abrasion on the index finger and the other glove, and this one doesn't. I actually found myself using it and liking it. Normally when I have a pull tab and glove, I still wouldn't use it. I would just rip it on with the bandage here when I have the other glove on. This one was actually helpful. So I don't know if other independent brands are doing it, or any other brands at the minute are actually still using that, but it was definitely something that I actually liked that I hadn't been using on another glove for a while. I suppose lastly to talk about then is the most important thing, the palm. It's a quartzite palm. When I first got the glove, wasn't impressed. No, I know a quartzite palm doesn't come tacky out of the packet anyway, but I found this one to be particularly dry. It took me I'd pre-washed the glove twice and I'd probably worn it twice before I got anything out of the palm. I mean, it was dry. So if you are buying this glove and you're buying it for a game at the weekend, it's probably not the glove to buy. You don't want to be buying this glove in advance of having to use it. Like I would say, give yourself 2 weeks of having this glove before you start putting it into the same match play, because the palm offers nothing out of the packet. But once it does get going, it's as good as anything that I've ever had. So the quartzite latex, it's so hard wearing. As I said before, I've worn this glove. I can't even tell you how many times I've worn this glove on pretty poor pitches and astroturfs. And I know it is worn, but in comparison to how other gloves would have held up over that length of time, I think it's excellent, to be honest. Sizing on the glove. I'm size 9 in pretty much everything. In this, I bought a size 9 and the fit was good. I don't think I'd drop a half a size if I was getting it. I definitely wouldn't go up. If I was buying again, I probably would buy a 9. But if you are a keeper who likes an incredibly snug fit, I would maybe drop half a size, but I wouldn't recommend it myself. But possibly for like a very tight fit. So all in all, in this glove, I don't have a whole lot of negatives. It's a decent glove. Like you kind of get what you're expecting out of the glove. It won't blow you away, but it's definitely good enough to wear. I would recommend buying it as probably the best training glove I've ever had. Is what I categorize this glove as. So there's not much else to say really. For any questions, don't hesitate to ask in the comments. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Stay tuned for plenty more reviews. I have another couple on the way coming, so check out my channel. Make sure to like and subscribe if you feel like it was good enough. So thanks, bye.